From Gaza to Syria, a rare and sharp rift is emerging between the United States and Israel, according to a report by Axios. The White House has issued a stern and private warning to Netanyahu. U.S. officials saying Israel's weekend strike in Gaza violated a ceasefire understanding brokered by Trump. The report quotes U.S. officials saying they were not informed of the attack in advance. And the report says the Secretary of State and top envoys Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff are increasingly frustrated with Netanyahu's approach. But when Trump was asked reportedly about this at the Oval Office, he denied the report, saying that he maintains good relations with Netanyahu. Listen in to what he said.
Are the reports that you rebuked the Israeli Prime Minister for the hit on the Hamas general true? And is Israel undermining your efforts to be a peacemaker?
No, Israel and I have gotten along very well. My relationship with Bibi Netanyahu has been obviously a very good one. Look, we took out Iran. We wiped out, with that plane right there, we wiped out the B-2 bomber. We wiped out the Iran nuclear threat. And because of that, we were able to make peace in the Middle East. No, we've had a very good relationship with Israel. We actually have a very good relationship with just about everybody in the Middle East.
And the friction extends beyond Gaza. Israel says its military deployment is temporary in Syria and is claimed and is, beg your pardon, aimed at clearing militants and the remnants of the old Assad order. But there is no timeline as such for the withdrawal, and talks on a security agreement have stalled. Israel still holds territory in southern Lebanon. In Gaza, Israeli-controlled buffer zones remain even after the ceasefire, and many in southern Syria fear the same model, temporary deployment also becoming open-ended reality. From Gaza to Syria, the signal from Washington is growing clearer. The Trump administration wants de-escalation agreements honored and regional stability, but also, as per the Axios report, the gap between Trump and Netanyahu is widening. So maybe the consequences are also growing. Switching gears for now, Meta is under intensifying scrutiny after a Reuters investigative report revealed how scam ads flooded its platforms reportedly, while the company continued to earn billions in ad revenue, allegedly. And at the center of the controversy is Meta's advertising business tied to China-based advertisers, reportedly, many of whom were linked to online investment scams, impersonation fraud, and fake financial schemes, reportedly, targeting users around the world. Investigations have found that scam ads repeatedly appeared on Facebook and Instagram, reportedly, despite internal warnings and years of public pledges by Meta to crack down on fraud. In fact, the question also is, why is this significant? Now, these scams did not target one country, remember. Victims were reported across the United States, Europe, Asia, Australia, often lured by ads using deep fake videos, fake celebrity endorsements, fabricated news headlines, reportedly, all designed to look credible. Many users believed they were investing through legitimate platforms. Instead, millions of dollars were lost, reportedly, often with little chance of recovery. And according to the Reuters report, Chinese advertisers became one of Meta's fastest growing sources of ad revenue, particularly after Beijing tightened the rules on domestic tech platforms. And even as fraudulent networks were taken down, new scam advertisers repeatedly resurfaced, reportedly exploiting the weaknesses in Meta's ad review systems, reportedly. Now, Reuters also citing former employees as well as internal documents suggesting that Meta struggled to balance aggressive ad growth with enforcement, reportedly, especially in high revenue markets. Meta has said it removes scam ads, disables fraudulent accounts, and invests heavily in safety systems. And the company says scams are a wider industry problem and that criminals constantly evolve to evade detection. But critics are arguing that the scale of the abuse raises deeper questions about platform accountability, algorithmic amplification, and whether financial incentives slowed decisive action. Regulators in multiple parts of the world, remember, are now paying closer attention already. Lawmakers around the world are asking whether existing digital safety laws are strong enough, and whether tech companies should be held legally responsible when fraud spreads through paid advertising. And some are calling for tighter oversight of ad verification, clearer liability rules, and also faster compensation mechanisms for the victims. Just to put this simply, this is not just a story about one platform or about one country. It's about how global digital advertising ecosystems operate, the many questions, and how scams can actually scale up across borders, perhaps within minutes, and how difficult it is really for regulators to keep pace with the platforms in a way that are also operating at that huge scale. And as AI tools make scams cheaper, faster, more convincing in a way, the stakes are also rising. So is the concern. And the question now facing governments the world over is, how long will they continue to let this happen?
Together, we will win. Your leadership matters.
Concerns escalating over the fate and health of Myanmar's detained former leader Aung San Suu Kyi, as her family and the world at large remain largely in the dark. Her son has now said he has not heard directly from his 80-year-old mother in years. He fears he may never even know if she dies in custody. Axios described an information vacuum since the military coup of 2021 that ousted Aung San Suu Kyi's elected government, remember, and plunged Myanmar into the crisis. Axios saying that he has received only reports about his mother's worsening health, including heart, bone, gum issues, while rumors about her death or incapacitation have been doing the rounds for years.
She's 80 years old, she's got ongoing health issues. Nobody has seen her in over 2 years. She hasn't been allowed contact with her legal team, never mind her family. So that will be my main focus, is trying to get them to appeal for my mother's release, or if not her release, because that may be rather hard to achieve.
And this comes as Myanmar's military junta prepares to hold elections later this month, polls dismissed by many foreign governments as a sham designed to legitimize military rule. Axios rejecting the vote, but also saying that it may offer a rare opening to the press for his mother's release, given the military's past practice of freeing prisoners around political events. A Nobel Peace Laureate, Aung San Suu Kyi, is serving a 27-year sentence on charges including incitement, corruption, election fraud, all of which she denies. She is believed to be held in the capital there, where Axios says she once complained of extreme heat and cold in her cell. And as the global attention shifts to other conflicts, he warns that Myanmar is being forgotten. He is now urging countries like Japan to increase the pressure on the junta and reject the elections. Meanwhile, the military saying Aung San Suu Kyi is in good health, a claim met with skepticism by her family and her supporters, who say independent verification is impossible. For now, the fate of Myanmar's most recognized democratic leader remains shrouded in silence, her son fearing that time may be running out. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.